Welcome to a world of magic. Let's talk about the Plucky Squire. Hey everyone, if you're ready to dive into a game that will make you feel like a kid again, stick around, because today we're talking about one of the most creative and visually stunning games I've seen in a long time, the Plucky Squire. So, what's the deal with this game? Well, the Plucky Squire takes you on a beautifully crafted adventure where you play as a character named Jot, who lives inside a series of picture books. But things take a wild turn when the villain, Humgrump, kicks you out of the book and into the real world. The game is all about Jot trying to find his way back into the book, and along the way, he unlocks the power to jump in and out of the two worlds. Now, let's talk about the visuals. Imagine being inside a picture book full of vibrant 2D art that looks like it's straight out of a real-life children's story. But then, when you jump out of the book, the game seamlessly shifts to 3D, and it's mind-blowing how smooth that transition feels. The two art styles, 2D and 3D, are both gorgeous in their own right, but when they come together, it's like magic. You start the game with some pretty simple mechanics. It looks and plays like a classic top-down adventure game. But then, the layers start to peel back, and suddenly you're doing much more than just adventuring. You're solving puzzles, interacting with the world in clever ways, and unlocking new abilities as you go. For example, since the game world is a book, you're literally turning pages to reveal new areas, and you'll even rearrange the words on the page to solve puzzles. But that's just the beginning. Humgrump kicks you out of the book, and when you land on Sam's desk, a little boy who loves the Plucky Squire series. The game shifts into a 3D world, where you can walk around the desk, climb on objects, and explore the space around you. Sam's room is filled with all sorts of creative touches that show how much he loves Jot and the world of Mojo, which is the land Jot comes from. This connection with Sam adds so much heart to the game, and it's not just about saving the world, but inspiring a kid's creativity too. Now, let's get into the gameplay, because that's where this game really shines. One of the coolest things is how much variety there is. At its core, it feels like a classic Zelda-style adventure with 2D and 2.5D mechanics. But as you progress, the game throws in so many fresh ideas and genres that keep the gameplay from ever getting stale. For example, at one point you need to jump out of the book and find an item on Sam's desk, but it's locked inside a collectible card game, like a Magic the Gathering-style RPG. So what do? You leap into the card and fight a quick, turn-based RPG battle to get the item. And it's not just the RPG-style battles, you'll find yourself in all kinds of different genres. There's even a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, rhythm games, and color-matching puzzles, which break up the main adventure and keep you guessing what's coming next. The genre variety is amazing and makes every moment in the game feel fresh and exciting. And let's not forget the characters. While Jot is a silent protagonist, the supporting cast around him is bursting with personality. You've got Violet, a young witch in training, and Thrash, a rock-and-roll mountain troll, who both help bring the world of Mojo to life with their charm and humor. The villain, Humgrump, also keeps things entertaining, with his evil but quirky plans to take over the story. The world building in the Plucky Squire is fantastic, from the city of Artia, where characters visually reference famous art pieces like the Scream or the Son of Man, to the heavy metal mountain trolls whose trees look like they're throwing up rock and roll horns. The game is packed with clever, fun little details. Every time you think you've seen it all, the game throws in something new that makes you smile. Let's talk puzzles for a second. As I mentioned earlier, one of the core mechanics in the game is jumping in and out of the book to solve puzzles. Sometimes, you'll need to rearrange words on the page to change the environment, like turning a blocked gate into a broken one so you can pass through. At other times, you'll have to manipulate objects in the real world to impact the story inside the book, which adds a great layer of complexity as you progress. The puzzles hit that perfect balance where they're challenging enough to make you think, but never so hard that they become frustrating. And if you do get stuck, don't worry. There's always a helpful little hint system nearby in the form of Minibeard, a tiny version of your wizard mentor, Moonbeard, who appears as a talking doll in the real world. He'll give you a nudge in the right direction if you're struggling, but never outright spoil the solution, which keeps the game feeling rewarding. The variety, characters, puzzles, and seamless blending of two worlds make this game something really special. By the time you reach the final boss, the game introduces yet another fresh gameplay element, showing that the creativity never stops, not even at the very end. So, why should you play the Plucky Squire? Because it's not just a game, it's an adventure that's bursting with creativity and heart. Whether you're solving puzzles, jumping between 2D and 3D worlds, or discovering Sam's love for Jot, every moment feels magical. It's a game about creativity, inspiration, and imagination that never stops surprising you. If you're into inventive storytelling, lovable characters, and a world that feels like it's alive with surprises, then this game is for you. Trust me, you're not just playing a game, you're living a storybook adventure. So hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming reviews, and drop a comment if you've already played the Plucky Squire or are excited to check it out. You definitely won't want to miss this one.